Antigua and Barbuda. Black is for the African ancestry of the people, blue for hope, and red for energy or life of the people. The coloring of black, yellow, blue, and white also stands for the soil, sun, sea, and sand. The 7 points of the flag stand for each of the 6 parishes, and Barbuda. Bahamas, the gold eludes the shining sun, while blue stands for the water surrounding the country. Black symbolizes the strength, vigor, and force of the Bahamian people, while the directed triangle evokes their enterprising and determined nature to cultivate the abundant natural resources. Barbados, the 2 blue bands are said to stand for the ocean surrounding the country and the sky. The golden band represents the sand. The black trident symbol is broken, which symbolizes their break from its status as a colony. Belize, the red and blue colors of the flag represent unity of the people. The 50 olive leaves that border around the perimeter of the coat of arms symbolize the year of 1950 when Belize, then British Honduras, began its independence. The mahogany tree represents the country's economic foundation. Canada, the flag of Canada, a red stylized maple leaf with 11 points at the center of a white background and vertical red bands on the left and right side, not only represents the cultural heritage of the nation, but also symbolizes hope, peace, tranquility, and neutrality dominant in the country. Costa Rica, the colors of flag share the ideals of French Revolution of 1848, freedom, equality, and brotherhood. Blue means the sky and opportunities at reach. White means clear thinking, happiness, wisdom, and power. Red means civilization of the century. Cuba, the 2 white stripes describe the purity of the independence ideal. The triangle symbolizes liberty, equality, and fraternity. The red color stands for the bloodshed in the independence struggle. The white star represents independence and freedom. Dominica, green represents the lush vegetation of the island. The cross represents the Trinity and Christianity, with its 3 colors symbolizing the natives, the fertile soil, and the pure water. The 10 stars stand for the country's 10 parishes, while the red disc stands for justice. Dominican Republic, the blue on the flag stands for liberty, the white for salvation, and the red for the blood of heroes. El Salvador, blue represents the skies and the 2 massive oceans of Central America. White stands for peace and solidarity. The golden amber represents the bold equilateral triangle, 5 indigenous spears, beaming solar rays, scroll, and the bold motto. Grenada, the green epitomizes the island's vegetation and agriculture, while the yellow evokes the sun. The red represents harmony, unity, and vitality. The yellow stars on the red border symbolize the country's 6 divisions, and the yellow star in the middle stands for the capital, St. George. Guatemala, the 2 sky blue stripes represent the fact that Guatemala is a land located between the 2 oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. The white signifies peace and purity. In the center there's their Guatemalan coat of arms. Haiti, blue represents Haiti's African residents, while the red represented those of mixed European and African descent. In the center we have the coat of arms of Haiti. Honduras, the 2 blue bands represent the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, and the sky. The white band represents the land between, peace and prosperity. The 5 stars represent the 5 nations of the former Federal Republic of Central America. Jamaica, black depicts the strength and creativity of the people. Gold, the natural wealth and beauty of sunlight. And green, hope and agricultural resources. The general symbolism goes like, the sun shineth, the land is green, and the people are strong and creative. Mexico, green means independence, white goes for religion, and red stands for union. It was made up in February 1821 after the promulgation of the Iguala Plan. Nicaragua. The blue stripes represent the Caribbean Sea and Pacific Ocean, while the white stripe represents peace. The national coat of arms features a triangle with 5 volcanoes, representing the 5 members of the Central American Union. The triangle is surrounded by a rainbow. Panama, the red to represent the Liberal Party. The white was intended to stand for peace and purity. The blue star stands for the purity and honesty of the life of the country. The red star represents the authority and law in the country. And together, the stars stand for the new republic. St. Kitts and Nevis. Green stands for the fertile lands, yellow for the year-round sunshine, black for the African heritage, and red for the struggle from slavery through colonialism to independence. It also displays 2 white stars on a black diagonal bar, symbols of hope and liberty. St. Lucia, the blue epitomizes the sky and the sea, specifically the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea, which encircle the country. The black and white allude to the harmonious relationship between the black and white races. The yellow symbolizes the sunshine, as well as prosperity. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The blue represents the sky and sea. The gold is for warmth, the bright spirit of the people, and the golden sands of the Grenadines. The green represents the lush vegetation of St. Vincent's agriculture and the enduring vitality of the people. Trinidad and Tobago. The colors of red, white, and black were chosen to reflect the philosophy of a new nation, the principles for which it stood, its hopes, and the nation's supreme determination to preserve the harmony and unity of spirit which underlie the cultural diversity of the people. USA. The flag's 13 alternating red and white stripes represent the 13 original colonies. Its 50 white stars on a blue field represent the 50 states. The color red represents valor and bravery, and white stands for purity and innocence.
Albania. The red color symbolizes bravery, strength, and valor, while the black color represents the dark past of the country. Andorra. The flag features vertical stripes of blue, yellow, and red colors, which represent the country's allegiance to France, Spain, and the Bishop of Urgell, respectively. Austria. The red and white horizontal stripes are said to represent blood and snow, while the Austrian coat of arms in the center features a double-headed eagle, which represents the country's historical ties to the Habsburg Empire. Belarus. The flag features red and green bands with a white and red ornament in the upper left corner, which symbolizes the country's rich cultural heritage. Belgium. The flag features vertical stripes of black, yellow, and red colors, which represent the country's official languages, German, Dutch, and French, respectively. Bosnia and Herzegovina. The flag features a blue background with a yellow triangle and 7 white stars, which represent the country's ethnic groups and the European Union. Bulgaria. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of white, green, and red colors, which represent freedom, hope, and courage, respectively. Croatia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of red, white, and blue colors, which represent the country's historical ties to Yugoslavia and the European Union. Cyprus. The flag features a white background with a yellow silhouette of the island in the center and 2 olive branches, which represent peace. Czech Republic. The flag features a blue triangle on the left side with a golden sun and 3 white stripes, which represent the historical regions of the country. Denmark. The flag features a red background with a white cross, which represents Christianity. Estonia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of blue, black, and white colors, which represent the sky, the earth, and purity, respectively. Finland. The flag features a white background with a blue cross, which represents the country's lakes and seas. France. The flag features vertical stripes of blue, white, and red colors, which represent liberty, equality, and fraternity, respectively. Germany. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of black, red, and gold colors, which represent the country's struggle for unity and freedom. Greece. The flag features 9 horizontal stripes of blue and white colors, which represent the waves of the sea and the purity of the sky, respectively. Hungary. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of red, white, and green colors, which represent strength, faithfulness, and hope, respectively. Iceland. The flag features a blue background with a white cross, which represents the country's glaciers and snow. Ireland. The flag features vertical stripes of green, white, and orange colors, which represent the country's Catholic and Protestant communities and peace between them. Italy. The flag features 3 vertical stripes of green, white, and red colors, which represent the country's countryside, snow-capped mountains, and bloodshed in the struggle for independence. Kosovo. The flag features a blue background with a golden map of the country and 6 white stars, which represent the country's 6 major ethnic groups. Latvia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of maroon, white, and maroon colors, which represent the country's forests, snow, and the blood of the Latvian people. Liechtenstein. The flag features 2 horizontal stripes of blue and red colors, which represent the country's allegiance to the Holy Roman Empire. Lithuania. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of yellow, green, and red colors, which represent the country's sun, countryside, and bloodshed in the struggle for independence. Luxembourg. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of red, white, and light blue colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Malta. The flag features 2 vertical stripes of white and red colors, which represent the country's connection to Christianity and its struggle for independence. Moldova. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of blue, yellow, and red colors, which represent the sky, the fields, and the blood of the Moldovan people. Monaco. The flag features 2 equal-sized horizontal bands of red and white colors, which are the heraldic colors of the Grimaldi family, who have ruled the principality since the 13th century. Montenegro. The flag features a red background with a golden border and a golden coat of arms, which represents the country's historical ties to Serbia. Netherlands. The flag features 3 equal-sized horizontal stripes of red, white, and blue colors, which represent the country's national colors. North Macedonia. The flag features a red background with a golden sun and 8 rays, which represent the country's 8 historical regions. Norway. The flag features a red background with a blue cross, which represents the country's connection to Christianity. Poland. The flag features 2 horizontal stripes of white and red colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Portugal. The flag features 2 vertical stripes of green and red colors, which represent hope and bloodshed in the struggle for independence, respectively. Romania. The flag features 3 vertical stripes of blue, yellow, and red colors, which represent the sky, the fields, and the blood of the Romanian people. Russia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of white, blue, and red colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. San Marino. The flag features 2 equal-sized horizontal bands of white and light blue colors, which represent the country's connection to Christianity and independence. Serbia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of red, blue, and white colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Slovakia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of white, blue, and red colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Slovenia. The flag features 3 horizontal stripes of white, blue, and red colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Spain. The flag features 3 equal-sized horizontal stripes of red, yellow, and red colors, which represent the country's coat of arms. Sweden. The flag features a blue background with a yellow cross, which represents the country's connection to Christianity. Switzerland. The flag features a red background with a white cross, which represents the country's connection to Christianity. Ukraine. The flag features 2 equal-sized horizontal bands of blue and yellow colors, which represent the country's golden fields and blue skies. United Kingdom. The flag, also known as the Union Jack, features a combination of the flags of England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, which represent the country's union. Vatican City. The flag features 2 vertical bands of yellow and white colors, which represent the country's connection to Christianity. The coat of arms of the Holy See is displayed in the center.
Australia. Top left we have the Union Jack. Current flag of the UK. The right half of the flag are 5 white stars arranged in the shape of the Southern Cross constellation. Bottom left, we got the Commonwealth Star, where 6 points represent the 6 states, and the 7th denotes all the territories. Fiji, the Union Jack and St. George's Cross are symbolic of the once close connection with Britain. The light blue field represents the Pacific Ocean. The sugarcane, bananas, and coconut signify the rich, lush land and its agricultural production. The dove is a symbol of peace. Kiribati, the yellow frigate T-bird symbolizes command over the sea, freedom, and dance patterns. The blue and white wavy bands represent the Pacific Ocean, which surrounds Kiribati, and the sun refers to Kiribati's position astride the equator. Marshall Islands, the blue background of the flag refers to the Pacific Ocean, the white stripe stands for brightness, and the orange stripe is for bravery and wealth. The 2 stripes together suggest the equator, which is located slightly south of the Marshall Islands. Micronesia, the 4 stars represent the 4 states that make up Micronesia, while the blue field represents the Pacific Ocean that surrounds those nations. Nauru, the navy blue represents the ocean around Nauru. The yellow line in the middle the equator, because Nauru is right next to the equator, and that's why Nauru is very hot. The white 12-pointed star stands for the 12 tribes of the people of Nauru. New Zealand, the stars on the flag represent the Southern Cross constellation, emphasizing New Zealand's location in the South Pacific Ocean. The Union Jack in the top left-hand corner of the flag recognizes New Zealand's historical foundations as a former British colony and dominion. Palau, the light blue of the field symbolizes the Pacific Ocean, and also represents the transition from foreign domination to self-government. The golden disc, slightly off-center toward the left, represents the full moon. The Palauans consider the moon to be the optimum time for human activity. Papua New Guinea, black, white and red, was the color of the German Empire flag, which had colonized New Guinea prior to 1918. The bird of paradise is also found on the national coat of arms. The Southern Cross shows that it is a country in the Southern Hemisphere. Samoa, the red represents courage, while the blue represents freedom. The stars represent the Southern Cross constellation, which is an important symbol for many countries in the Southern Hemisphere. Solomon Islands, the diagonal yellow stripe stands for the sun and divides the background into 2 triangles. The lower green triangle stands for the trees and crops of the fertile land. The upper blue triangle indicates the importance of water for the islands. The 5 stars represent the main islands. Tonga, red could cross alludes to Christianity, which makes about 97% of the population. White stands for purity and peace. The red that covers most of the flags represents the blood of Christ, which was shed during the crucifixion. Tuvalu, the stars symbolize the 9 islands and the country's commitment to Christianity. The light blue represents the ocean surrounding the islands. Vanuatu, the green represents the richness of the islands, the red symbolizes the blood of wild boars and men, and the black, the Ni Vanuatu people. The yellow Y shape represents the shape of Vanuatu Islands on the map. Argentina, the light blue stripes on the flag represent the sky, while the white stripe represents peace and honesty. The Sun of May represents the May Revolution of 1810, which led to Argentina's independence from Spain. The Sun of May itself is a symbol of the Inca sun god Inti, and it has 32 rays that symbolize the 32 provinces of Argentina. The face on the sun represents the Inca sun god's face, as well as the idea of new birth and the beginning of a new era for Argentina. Bolivia, red represents the bloodshed by their heroes for the birth and preservation of the republic. Yellow stands for wealth and resources. Green goes for the richness of the natural areas, as well as hope. The center represents the Bolivian coat of arms. Brazil, the green represents the family of Pedro I, the first emperor of Brazil. The gold diamond represents the family of Maria Leopoldina, wife of Pedro. The white stars in the blue circle symbolize the states that make up the country. The sentence in the middle means order and progress. Chile, the red color represents the blood spilled for independence. Blue, the sky and Pacific Ocean. White, the snow-covered Andes Mountains, while the star either symbolizes Chile's independence, its status as a unitarian republic, or a guide to progress. Colombia, yellow represents the riches of the country, the wealth of the Colombian soil, gold, harmony, and agriculture. Blue goes for the sky and the Colombian seas. Red stands for the blood spilled during their independence. It also stands for the effort of the Colombian people. Ecuador, yellow stands for the crops and the fertile soil. Blue represents the ocean and the clear skies. And red, of course, the blood spilled by the heroes who died for their independence. Guyana, this country has 5 different colors. Red stands for zeal and dynamism, gold for their mineral wealth, green for forests and agriculture, black for endurance and persistence, and white for the rivers and water. Paraguay, the color blue represents freedom, empathy, and justice, while red and white represent equality, courage, and patriotism. The palm branch symbolizes pride, and the olive branch represents peace, which honors the nation's Independence Day, May 14, 1811. Peru, red represents the blood that was spilled for the independence. White represents purity and peace. However, the colors are also linked to the Parihuanas, a red and white type of flamingo that General San Martin dreamed about during the revolution. Suriname, it seems complicated, but it's not. The color red represents progress, white represents freedom and justice, and the green represents the fertility of the land. The yellow star represents unity and a golden future. Uruguay, the creators of the flag were inspired by the national colors of Argentina and by the design of the American stars and stripes. The 9 stripes represent the 9 original regions of Uruguay. The sun is a symbol of freedom. Venezuela, the yellow stripe represents the wealth and resources, blue represents the sea and sky that surround Venezuela, and the red stripe represents the bloodshed by the country's heroes in the struggle for independence from Spain. The white stars represent the 7 regions of the country. Algeria, the green and white colors represent Islam, while the red symbolizes the blood of those who died fighting for independence. The red symbol also represents Islam. Angola, the black color represents the people of Angola. The red represents the bloodshed during the liberation struggle, and the gold represents the country's wealth, and it also resembles the hammer and sickle used on the Soviet flag. Benin, the green represents the hope of a new democracy. The red represents the courage of the ancestors, and the yellow is for the treasures of the nation. Botswana, the blue color represents water and life, while the black and white stripes represent racial harmony and the zebra, respectively. Burkina Faso, the red represents the revolution, the green represents the country's vegetation, and the yellow star symbolizes the guiding light of the revolution. Burundi, the red represents the struggle for independence, the green represents hope, and the white represents peace. The 3 stars represents the 3 ethnic groups, the Hutu, the Tua, and the Tutsi. Cameroon, the green represents the country's vegetation, the red represents unity, and the yellow represents the sun. Cape Verde, the blue represents the ocean, while the white and red stripes represent peace and independence. The stars represent the 10 islands of the country. Central African Republic, blue was said to stand for liberty, grandeur, and the sky, while white was for purity, equality, and candor. Green represented the forests of the nation, yellow suggested its savannas, and red was for the common blood of all humankind. Chad, these were intended to be a combination of the colors of blue, white, and red of France with the Pan-African colors of green, yellow, and red. Furthermore, the blue represents the sky and hope, the gold is the sun and desert, and the red signifies the bloodshed over independence. Comoros, the 4 stars and stripes represent the country's 4 main islands, while the crescent moon represents Islam. Congo, the green symbolizes the agriculture and forests of the Congo, while the yellow represents the friendship and nobility of the Congolese people. However, the symbolism behind the red was left unexplained. It is believed to represent the blood during their fight for independence. Democratic Republic of the Congo. The blue represents peace, the yellow represents the country's wealth, and the red represents the bloodshed during the struggle for independence. Djibouti. The blue represents the sea and sky, the green represents the country's vegetation, the white represents peace, and the red represents the blood during their fight for independence. Egypt. The red band symbolizes the Egyptians' bloods in the war against colonization. The white band symbolizes the purity of the Egyptians' hearts. The black band below the white symbolizes the manner in which darkness is overcome. Equatorial Guinea. Green symbolizes the natural resources, agriculture, and jungles of the country. Blue symbolizes the sea, which connects the mainland with the islands. White symbolizes peace. Red symbolizes the bloodshed by the fighters for independence. Eritrea. The green color stands for the agriculture and livestock of the country, while the blue represents the bounty of the sea. The red stands for the bloodshed in the struggle for Eritrean independence, with the 30 leaves in the wreath representing the 30 years spent in the struggle. Eswatini. The red goes for past battles, the blue for peace and stability, and the yellow for the resources of Eswatini. The central is a Nguni shield and two spears, symbolizing protection from the country's enemies. Its color is meant to show that white and black people live in peaceful coexistence. Ethiopia. Red represents the blood spilled in defense of Ethiopia. Yellow represents peace and harmony between Ethiopia's various ethnic and religious groups. And green is said to symbolize hope, or the land and its fertility. The blue star testifies to Ethiopia's bright future. Gabon. The yellow alludes to the equator, which cuts across the country, and also symbolizes the sun. The green epitomizes the natural resources of Gabon, as well as its extensive forested area that the Gabonese people are economically dependent on in the form of lumber. The blue represents the sea. Gambia. The blue alludes to the Gambia River. The red evokes the sun. Given the Gambia's close proximity to the equator, the green epitomizes the forest and the agricultural goods that the Gambian people are heavily dependent on. Ghana. The red represents the blood of those who died fighting for independence, the yellow represents the country's mineral wealth, and the green represents the country's vegetation. The black star represents the emancipation of Africa and unity against colonialism. Guinea. Red symbolizes the blood of anti-colonialist martyrs and the wish for progress. Yellow represents Guinean gold, as well as the sun, and green represents the country's vegetation. Guinea-Bissau. The black star stands for the unity of Africa. Red stands for the bloodshed during the struggle for independence. Yellow stands for the sun, and green represents hope. Ivory Coast. The color orange represents the savannas of the country and the fertility of the land. White represents peace, and green represents hope. Kenya. Black represents the people of Kenya, red for the bloodshed during the fight for independence, and green for the country's landscape and natural wealth. The white fimbriation symbolizes peace, honesty, purity, and innocence. The traditional Maasai shield and two spears symbolize the defense. Lesotho. Blue represents the sky and rain. White goes for peace, and green prosperity. In the center we have a black makarotlo, a type of straw used for traditional Lesotho's clothing. Liberia. The 11 stripes symbolize the signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence, and the red and white symbolize courage and moral excellence. The white star represents the first independent republic in Africa. It resembles the USA flag because it was colonized by them in the past. Libya. Red was selected for the blood sacrificed for the freedom of Libya. Black to remember the dark days that Libyans lived under the occupation of the Italians. And green to represent its primary wealth, agriculture, and the future prosperity of the country. Madagascar, red and white were the colors of the Merina Kingdom, which was conquered by France in 1896. Green was the color of the Hova, the largest class of peasant commoners, who played a significant role in anti-French agitation and the independence movement. Malawi, black represents the indigenous people of the continent, the red symbolizes the blood of their struggle, and the green represents nature. The rising sun against a black field represents the dawn of hope and freedom for the continent of Africa. Mali, the green stands for fertility of the land, gold stands for purity and mineral wealth, and the red symbolizes the bloodshed for independence from the French. Mauritania, green and the gold symbol represent Islam, and two red horizontal stripes, which represent the efforts and sacrifices that the people of Mauritania will keep consenting to the price of their blood to defend their territory. Mauritius, red represents the struggle for freedom and independence, blue goes for the Indian Ocean, yellow represents the light of freedom shining over the island, and green stands for the agriculture of Mauritius and its color through the whole year. Morocco, red is a representation of power, courage, bravery, and tenacity. The green color of the interwoven pentagram depicts the seal of Solomon, which serves as a symbol of the connection of the Moroccan flag with Islamic culture. The star represents knowledge, longevity, and good health. Mozambique, the greenish-blue color stands for the riches of the land, white goes for peace, black represents Africa, and yellow represents the minerals. Red stands for their struggle for independence. It includes an AK-47, a hoe, and an open book. They stand for defense, education, and agriculture. Namibia, red represents their people, white stands for peace, green vegetation, blue goes for the sky and the Atlantic Ocean. The golden sun represents life and energy. Niger, the orange band represents the northern regions of the Sahara Desert, the white band represents purity and the Niger River, and the green band represents both hope and the fertile regions of southern Niger. The orange disc stands for the sun or independence. Nigeria, the two green stripes represent natural wealth, and the white represents peace and unity. Rwanda, the light blue band represents happiness and peace, the yellow band symbolizes economic development, and the green band symbolizes the hope of prosperity. The yellow sun represents enlightenment. Sao Tome and Principe, the green goes for the vegetation of the country, yellow stands for the sun and cocoa, a key agricultural crop for the nation, the red evokes the struggle for independence. The two black stars on the yellow band represent the two islands that make up the country. Senegal, the green represents Islam and the country's hope, the yellow represents the country's mineral wealth, and the red represents the struggle for independence. Seychelles, blue depicts the sky and the sea, yellow is for the sun, red symbolizes the people and their determination to work for the future in unity and love. White band represents social justice and harmony. The green depicts the land and natural environment. Sierra Leone, the green alludes to the country's natural resources, specifically agriculture and its mountains, while the white epitomizes unity and justice. Blue evokes the natural harbor of Freetown, the capital city of Sierra Leone. Somalia, the five-pointed white star of unity in its center represents the areas where the Somali ethnic group form the majority. The light blue color stands for the sky as well as the Gulf of Aden and the Somali Sea. South Africa, green represents fertility of their land. Yellow stands for the mineral and other natural wealth. Black represents the native people of South Africa. Blue stands for blue sky and endless opportunities of the country. South Sudan, black represents the people, red goes for the blood and struggle for their independence to Sudan, green stands for the agriculture and natural wealth, white for peace, blue goes for the waters of the Nile River, and yellow represents unity, determination, and hope. Sudan, red represents the struggle for independence. The white represents the people, light and optimism. The black represents Sudan, In Arabic, Sudan means land of the black people. Green represents Islam, agriculture, and the prosperity of the land. Tanzania, the green alludes to the natural vegetation of the country, while black represents the Swahili people. The blue epitomizes the Indian Ocean, as well as the nation's numerous lakes and rivers. The thin stripes stand for Tanzania's mineral wealth. Togo, red represents blood and their struggle for independence. White goes for hope, green for the forests and agriculture, and yellow represents their natural resources. The 5 stripes represents the 5 regions of Togo. Tunisia, the white symbolizes peace, the disc symbolizes the radiance of the nation as the sun, while the crescent and 5-pointed star represent unity of all Muslims and the 5 pillars of Islam, respectively. The red symbolizes the bloodshed to protect the country. Uganda, black represents the native ethnic groups of Africa, yellow stands for the sunshine, and red goes for the African Brotherhood. The gray-crowned crane is fabled to its gentle nature. Zambia, green stands for the nation's flora, red for the nation's struggle for freedom, black for the Zambian people, and orange for the land's natural resources and mineral wealth. The eagle represents the people's ability to rise above the nation's problems. Zimbabwe, green represents vegetation and agriculture. Yellow represents the country's mineral wealth. Red represents the bloodshed during the War of the Liberation. Black represents the black majority. White triangle represents peace. The bird symbolizes the country's history. Afghanistan, the current flag of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, is a plain white flag with the black words of the Shahada in the center. The white stands for the purity of faith and government. The flag incorporated the Shahada, the Islamic Declaration of Faith, after 1997. Armenia, the red stands for the Armenian Highlands, the Armenian people's continued struggle for survival, maintenance of the Christian faith, and Armenia's independence and freedom. Blue is for the Armenian peaceful skies, and orange represents the nation's talent and hard work. Azerbaijan, the blue color has the meaning of Turkic origin of the Azerbaijani people. Red color reflects the desire to establish a modern society and develop democracy, and the green color shows belonging to the Islamic civilization. The white symbol represents Islam. Bahrain, the 5 white triangles symbolize the 5 pillars of Islam. The red on the flag represents the blood of the martyrs and the battles of Bahrain, and the white represents peace. Bangladesh, green stands for the green lands of Bangladesh. Red represents the blood shed in the fight for independence. The disc shape symbolizes a rising new country. Bhutan, the white color of the dragon is said to represent purity. The yellow represents the kingdom of Bhutan's yellow Kabni. The orange represents the Buddhist tradition, and the jewels represent Bhutan's wealth and security. Brunei, the mast and pedestal represent the 3 levels of government, and the 4 feathers symbolize justice, tranquility, peace, and prosperity. The hands represent that the government preserves and promotes the welfare of the citizens. The crescent symbolizes Islam, the state religion. Cambodia, the color blue represents the king of Cambodia, and the color red represents the people of Cambodia. Angkor Wat represents Theravada Buddhism, which is the religion of the majority of Cambodia's population. China, the red color of the flag symbolizes revolution. The stars take on the yellow color in order to bring out their brightness on the red ground. The larger star represents the Chinese Communist Party, while the 4 smaller ones, the Chinese people. East Timor, the black represents more than 4 centuries of colonial repression, the yellow the struggle for independence, and the red the suffering of the East Timorese people. The white star symbolizes hope for the future. Georgia, the red color symbolizes the good times of the past as well as the future, and the white represents hope for peace. India, the top band is of saffron color, indicating the strength and courage of the country. The white middle band indicates peace and truth with Dharma chakra. The last band is green in color, shows the fertility, growth and auspiciousness of the land. Indonesia, The flag's red color represents blood and courage. The white is purity and spirit. The official name for the flag is Sang Merah Putih, meaning the red and white. Iran. The colors of the Iranian flag are traditional, probably dating from at least the 18th century, and they can be interpreted as representing the Islamic religion for the color green, peace for white, and courage for red. Iraq. The black, white, green, and red are the Pan-Arab colors, representing Pan-Arabism, with the yellow Kurdish sun in the middle to represent the Iraqi Kurds, surrounded by the red star of Ishtar to represent ancient Mesopotamian history. Israel. The blue stripes are intended to symbolize the stripes on a tallit, the traditional Jewish prayer shawl. The Star of David is a widely acknowledged symbol of the Jewish people and of Judaism. In Judaism, the color blue symbolizes God's glory, purity, and gevura, meaning God's severity. Japan. The Japanese flag, called Hinamaru, disk of the sun, has been in use at least since the 14th century, and recalls the name of Japan. The white stands for purity and integrity, and the red for sincerity, brightness, and warmth. Jordan. The colors are the Pan-Arab colors, respectively representing the Abbasid, black band, Umayyad, white band, and Fatimid or Rashidun Caliphates, green band. The red chevron is for the Hashemite dynasty and the Arab Revolt. Kazakhstan. The blue color of the state flag of Kazakhstan means pure sky, peace, and prosperity, and self-color of the background represents the unity of the country. Kuwait. The color's meaning came from a poem by Safi al-Din al-Hali, which goes like, "White are our deeds, black are our battles, green are our lands, red are our swords." Kyrgyzstan. The red background of the flag symbolizes bravery and valor. The sun represents peace and wealth, and the tundik signifies the family home or, by extension, the universe. The sun's 40 rays represent the 40 Kyrgyz tribes unified against the Mongols by the epic hero Manas. Laos. The blue stripe represents the Mekong River as well as the nation's wealth, while the red stripes represent the blood that the nation shed during its struggle for independence and the period of colonial rule. The white circle is a symbol of both national unity and the full moon. Lebanon. The red represent the bloodshed and white represents purity and peace. The cedar represents the Bible. Malaysia. Yellow is a royal color in Malaysia, and red, white, and blue indicate the close association of the country with the Commonwealth. The flag design was also influenced by the flag of the United States. The crescent and star symbolize the nation's majority Muslim population. Maldives. The red color symbolizes the bloodshed and boldness of the nation. The green is wealth and peace, and the white crescent moon and star represents Islam. Mongolia. The flag's blue center symbolizes the eternal blue sky. The two red sides symbolize progress and prosperity. The golden Soyombo stands on the red stripe nearest to the flagpole. Myanmar. The green symbolizes fertility, conformity, fairness, and being a peaceful, pleasant, and green nation. The red represents bravery and decisiveness. The white star stands for purity, honesty, fullness of compassion, and power. Nepal. The flag is a simplified combination of two single pennants, the vexillological word for a pennant. Its crimson red is the color of the rhododendron, the country's national flower. Red is also the sign of victory in war. The blue border is the color of peace. North Korea. The flag can be displayed both vertically and horizontally. The red star represents communism, red panels represent patriotism, white stripe is unification and culture, with the blue stripe representing unity. Oman. The white color depicts the conviction of the Omani people in peace. The red band is from the old Omani flag, which was all red. It symbolizes the battles fought by Omanis to evict foreign invaders from the country. The green band represents the fertility and greenery of the land. Pakistan. The green and white together stand for peace and prosperity. The crescent symbolizes progress, and the star represents light and knowledge. It also represents Islam. Philippines. The three stars stand for the three big islands of the Philippines, namely Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. As for the colors used, white represents hope for equality, while the blue stripe stands for peace, truth, and justice. Finally, the red stripe symbolizes patriotism and valor. Qatar. The white color reflects the internationally recognized symbol of peace. The maroon color symbolizes bloodshed during the several wars Qatar had undergone, particularly in the second half of the 19th century. Saudi Arabia. The green of the flag represents Islam and the sword stands for the strictness in applying justice. The sentence in white translates to, "There is no deity but God. Muhammad is the messenger of God." Singapore. Red symbolizes universal brotherhood and equality of man. The white color signifies pervading and everlasting purity and virtue. The crescent moon represents a young nation on the ascendant. And the 5 stars stand for the nation's ideals of democracy, peace, progress, justice, and equality. South Korea. The flag stands for the 3 components of a nation: the land, the white background, the people, the red and blue circle, and the government, the 4 sets of black bars or trigrams. Sri Lanka. The leaves represent Buddhist loving-kindness, compassion, equanimity, and happiness. The lion represents bravery and the Sinhalese people. The sword is bravery. Curly represents hair wisdom. The tail is noble eightfold path and the beard the purity of words. Syria. The red stripe stands for the nation's struggle for independence from foreign rule. The white stands for peace. The black represents the nation's past oppression, and the green represents the nations of Syria and Egypt that once came together to form the United Arab Republic. Tajikistan. The red represents unity. White is purity. Green is Islam, and the 7 stars represent happiness. Thailand. The colors are said to stand for nation, religion, and king. An unofficial motto of Thailand: red for the land and people, white for religions and blue for the monarchy, the last having been the auspicious color of Rama VI. Turkey. The flag represents the reflection of the moon and a star in a pool of blood of Turkish warriors. The crescent moon and star serve as insignia for Turkic peoples. The crescent is used in honor of the religious affiliations and its people. Turkmenistan. The background of the Turkmen flag is green, a symbol of the Islamic religion. Its white crescent stands for faith in a bright future. The 5 stars are for the 5 senses, and the 5 points on each star are for different states of matter. United Arab Emirates. The red stripe represents energy and the sacrifices made by the people for their nation. The green stands for growth and prosperity. The black stands for dignity, and the white stripe represents peace and purity. Uzbekistan. White is the traditional symbol of peace and good luck, as Uzbek people say "Okay yul." Green is the color of nature and new life and good harvest. 2 thin red stripes symbolize the power of life. There is a new moon, which symbolizes the newly independent republic. Vietnam. The red background symbolizes revolution and bloodshed. The golden star represents the 5 main classes in Vietnamese society: intellectuals, farmers, workers, entrepreneurs, and soldiers. Yemen. Black is said to stand for the dark days of the past, while white represents a bright future and red the blood of the struggle to achieve independence and unity.